Welcome to the channel. I trust that you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to do a step-by-step beginner tutorial on how to trade derivatives on Bybit using the mobile app. If you're brand new to Bybit, I do have a step-by-step beginner tutorial, and I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. I'll also point out, if you come over to my YouTube channel, I do have a playlist filled with Bybit tutorials, so feel free to check those out when you get some time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to transfer assets from your spot account into your derivatives account. Then I'll show you the pairings and get you familiar with the user interface, where I'll show you how to adjust your leverage, your margin mode, and how to place trades using limit orders, market orders, and how to set stop losses. All of that and more with some tips and tricks along the way. If you're brand new to Bybit and you haven't created an account yet, I did leave a link for you in the description down below as well as in the pinned comment. Sign up using that link and you can get a sign up bonus of up to $30,000 that gets deposited into your derivatives account. You can use that money to place trades and the profits are yours to keep. Your sign up bonus will depend on how much you deposit onto Bybit. I do get a small kickback for that at no extra cost to you, and that does go towards supporting this channel, so thank you very much in advance if you choose to use that link. I'll also let you know that this is not a sponsored video and this video is not financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only. I also left you some timestamps in the description down below, so feel free to skip ahead to a section that might be most relevant to you. If you're brand new to trading, please be aware that a lot of traders do lose money, especially when they're learning how to trade. So please take some time, learn how all of this works before ever putting your hard-earned money at risk. Learning how to trade correctly does take time, but the good news is that markets are not going anywhere. So take all the time you need to do your own research, develop a good trading strategy before ever placing your first trades. If you end up getting some value out of this video, don't forget to leave me a like and hit subscribe. Let's get into the video. If you already have a Bybit account, you can sign into Bybit, and on the homepage you'll find a QR code right here. You can scan that QR code to download the app. You can also find it by coming up here to the top right hand side of the screen, hover over this icon here, and then scan that QR code to download the app. You can also find it over here on the Google Play Store, and you can get the app off the Apple App Store as well. If you haven't created a Bybit account just yet, you can download the app and you can create an account using the app itself. So if you need to get signed up to Bybit, now's a good time to pause this video and then get signed up, and I'll see you inside the app. Once you sign up and sign into Bybit, you'll arrive right here on your home page. And the first thing we need to do is transfer assets into our derivatives account. Now, if you haven't already deposited crypto into Bybit or bought any using fiat, I cover how to do that in my step-by-step beginner tutorial. And I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below. In this video, I'm going to get straight into the derivatives portion of Bybit. So to transfer assets, we'll tap down here, bottom right-hand side where it says assets. This will bring you to an overview of all your accounts. So you can see your funding account at the top, spot account just below that, and your derivatives account just below your spot. And we need to fund that derivatives account. So to do that, we'll tap right here where it says transfer. And this will bring you over to the form where you can transfer from one account into the other. In my case, you can see at the top, I'm currently set to funding account. So I need to change that to spot. So we'll tap where it says funding, then we'll tap where it says spot. Just underneath that, you can see that I have this set to transfer from spot into derivatives, and that's exactly what I want. If you're looking to trade any of the tether pairings or the inverse perpetual swaps, you'll want the funds to go to your derivatives account. If you're going to be trading USDC pairings, you'd have to tap right here where it says derivatives, and then tap where it says USDC derivatives account. But I want to do tether, so I'm just going to go back to derivatives here. Down below, you can see that I'm currently set to BTC for coin, so if we want to do tether, we would tap where it says BTC. And then we would tap where it says USDT. Next, we need to choose the amount of the funds we wish to transfer in, so we could do a custom amount. In my case, I could do something like this, or we could just tap on max to send in everything. Once you have this set the way that you want it, tap on confirm. And as you can see, I successfully transferred the tether into my derivatives account. To find the different pairings, we'll just tap on markets at the bottom of the screen here. And this will bring us over to all the pairings that are available on Bybit. At the top of the screen, just make sure you're set to derivatives. You'll notice if I tap on spot, now we're viewing all the spot pairings. So I'm just going to tap on derivatives here to get us back to the derivatives pairing. Up at the top here, you can see the different market types, and in my case, I'm currently set to Tether. So all these pairings down below are quoted in Tether. I'll need Tether as collateral to trade any of these pairings, and all profits and losses will be settled in Tether. If I was to tap on USDC, now all these pairings are quoted in USDC. So we would need USDC as collateral to trade these pairings, and all profits and losses would be settled in USDC. Simply choose the market type, and then tap on the pairings that you wish to trade. So in my case, I have Tether, so I'm going to tap on USDT, and I'll go ahead and tap on Ethereum versus Tether. And here's where you can find your chart, showing you the asset's performance over a selected time frame. And you can find the different time frames just above the chart, and in my case, I'm set to a daily. This means that each one of these candlesticks represents 1 day of time. Just simply tap on the time frame that you wish to view. So if you tap on 4 hour, now each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours of time. If you want to find additional time frames, just tap right here where it says more. You'll get a drop-down menu displaying additional time frames. I'll go ahead and just set this back to a daily like so. If you want to add an indicator to the chart, you can find your indicators down below here. Simply tap on the indicator that you wish to add. So if I want a MACD, I would tap on MACD. And as you can see, I just added the MACD to the bottom of the chart. If I want to get rid of it, I'd tap on MACD again, and now I've removed it. It's as easy as that. If we scroll down just a little bit further, here's where we'll find the order book. And these are the price points that market participants have placed their long orders and their short orders. So on the left-hand side here in green, we have the price points that market participants have placed long orders. On the right-hand side in red, we have all the price points that market participants have placed their short orders. And they're doing this by using limit orders. And I'll be covering order types in this tutorial. When a market participant comes along and executes a market order, they're matched up with the best available price from the order book, and the trade is executed immediately. If we swipe left on the order book, this brings us into recent trades where we can see successful trades being executed in real time. All the longs come in green and all the shorts come in red. In the price column, we can see the price point that the successful trade was executed at, and in the quantity column, we can see the size of that trade that was successfully executed. If we tap right here where it says contract, here's where we can learn more about the contract details. And we can find the funding rate in here as well. So right here, you can see that the current funding rate is 0.0045%. So that's a positive funding rate. This means anybody with an open long position is paying this funding rate to anybody holding a short position. If you ever see a negative funding rate here, that means anybody with an open short position is paying the funding rate to anybody with an open long position. And you can see this funding period right here still has 6 hours remaining. So it's always a good idea to keep an eye on the funding rate. So I'm just going to tap on order book, and that gets us back to the order book. At the bottom here, we have our long and short buttons. So if we're betting on the price to go up, we would tap on long. And if we're betting on the price to go down, we tap on short. So I'll just go ahead and tap on long here. And this will bring us over to the order form. So we can see the order form on the left-hand side, and we can see our order book here on the right-hand side. That price in the middle of the order book is what's known as the mid price. And this is the price point that the asset is currently trading at. You can see right here that the order panel is currently set to limit. But if we tap where it says limit, here's where we can toggle over to market orders. And if we tap back on market, here's where we can tap and select conditional orders. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate a couple of these, and I'll start off with a limit order. But before I get into that, I'll explain the leverage. Just above the order panel, you'll find your margin mode and how much leverage you're using. So in my case here, I'm set to isolated margin mode, 2x to go long and 2x to go short. To change any of this, we would tap on that box right there, and this will bring us over to a page where we can change our margin mode and how much leverage we're using. So if I was to tap on cross margin and then tap on save, tap on OK, now you can see above my order panel that I'm now set to cross margin mode using 10x to go long and 10x to go short. Now, in my opinion, 10x leverage is a pile of leverage. The more leverage you use, the more risk you're running to get liquidated. When you're using high amounts of leverage, you can get liquidated faster than a fart in a hurricane. So for me, I don't like to use a ton of leverage. So we'll go ahead and just tap on cross there, and then we'll come back over here to isolated. So when you're using cross margin, Bybit is going to use your entire account balance as collateral across all of your positions. So if you get liquidated on cross margin mode, you'll lose your entire account balance. If you're on isolated margin mode, only what you put into that position is used as collateral. So if you get liquidated on isolated margin mode, you'll only lose that position. So in this case, I'll leave this set to isolated, and let's go ahead and just drag this all the way down to 2x leverage. just like so. And then once you have it set up the way that you want it, just tap on save, then tap on OK. And now you can see I've adjusted my leverage to isolated, 2x to go long and 2x to go short. So in this case here, if I was to come down to cost, and let's just imagine I wanted to do a 20 tether position. This is going to have an order value of 40 tether because I'm set to 2x leverage. If I was using 5x leverage, this would have an order value of 100 tether. So it's basically your cost times your leverage is what your value of the order would be. So obviously this has the potential to maximize my gains, but it can also free up the remainder of my capital to be put into other positions. On the downside, this has the potential to maximize my losses or get me completely liquidated. Another tip with leverage, the more leverage you use, the closer your liquidation price is going to be to your order price. So another good consideration, because if you're using tons of leverage and your liquidation is close to your order, if price gets volatile, it doesn't take much for you to get liquidated under those circumstances. So another consideration when choosing the amount of leverage that you wish to trade with. First up, we have a limit order. And a limit order will allow you to choose a price point to open long or open short. But you will need the price of the asset to reach your limit price before this order fills and executes. For example, if we look at the mid price on the order book, we can see that Ethereum is currently trading at 1,862. Let's imagine that I want to place an order to open long if the price of Ethereum gets down to 1,750. What I would do is tap on this box under limit and I'd type that in just like so. Next, we need to choose the size of the order. So to do that, we could tap right here where it says cost. And at the top of the order panel, you'll be able to see your available balance. You'll know exactly what you're working with. So in my case here, I could put 20 tether into this position if I choose. Or the other option is to use the slider bar right here. So if I slid this up to 50%, that means I'd be putting 50% of my available balance into this order. The next thing I like to do is I like to come down here and tap on this box where it says post only. This means that this order will be a maker order only, and this will ensure that I save on fees if this order fills. If this box is unchecked, this will allow for taker orders. So typically when I'm placing limit orders, I like to tap on that box there and make sure that this order gets placed as a maker order to save on fees. Once you get this order set up the way that you want it, we would just simply tap on open long. Then this will bring us over to the order confirmation. So make sure that the details are what you intended. So in my case here, you can see my order will be placed at 1,750. We can see my order quantity below that. We can see my order cost, so what I'm putting into this position as collateral. We can see the value coming in at 35 tether, and that's because I'm using isolated leverage of 2x. Right here, we can see the estimated liquidation price. So if this order fills and then the price of Ethereum comes down to my liquidation price, I'm going to be liquidated and lose all my collateral that I put into this position. Also remember, the more leverage that you use, the closer that estimated liquidation price is going to be to your order price. So if everything here is what you intended, you just simply tap on confirm. And now I've placed that limit order onto the order book. And we can find that order if we just come down to the bottom of the screen, tap on orders, and here's where you'll be able to view your order. This order will stay on the order book until it either fills or I manually cancel this order. So if at any point you want to cancel it, you just come down to your orders and tap on cancel. And as you can see, I just removed that limit order off of the order book. Of course, we can use limit orders to open short as well. So we can see in the mid price of the order book that Ethereum is currently trading at 1,863. Let's imagine that I want to place a limit order to go short if the price of Ethereum gets up to 2,100. I'd tap on this box under limit and I'd type that in. So 2,100, just like so. Now we need to choose the amount of the order. So I'll go ahead and just slide this up to right there. Good enough for this demonstration. And this time I'll show you how to place a take profit as well as a stop loss when placing this order. And to do that, we'll tap right here where it says TPSL. Then we're going to toggle this from long to short because we're using a short position. So in our take profit, let's just imagine I'm targeting 1,500. We could do something like this. And let's imagine that I want to set a stop loss at 2,200. So if this order fills at 2,100, but the price of the asset gets above 2,200, I'll be stopped out at 2,200. Once you get that set up the way that you want it, you just simply tap on confirm. Now we're ready to place this order. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on open short. Confirm the details of this order. Make sure it's what you intended. If everything looks good here, tap on confirm. And now I've placed that limit order to open short if the price of Ethereum gets up to 2,100. If this order fills, I'll be adding a take profit at 1,500 as well as a stop loss at 2,200 immediately. And of course, we can see that order if we come down here under open orders, and here's where we can see that order. It'll stay on the order book till it either fills or we cancel it. So if at any point you want to cancel it, just tap on cancel. And as you can see, I just removed that limit order off of the order book. Now I'll show you how to place a market order. To do that, we'll tap right here on limit, then tap on market. And market orders are nice and simple. They'll fill immediately at the best available price from the order book, but you will pay a higher fee for the convenience of that. When you're placing limit orders, that's how you can save on fees. Typically, exchanges like to incentivize traders to place limit orders onto the order book. So in other words, to provide liquidity to the order book. So all we do here is we choose the amount of our order. We can use the slider bar. And if we're betting on the price to go up, we'd open long. And if we're betting on the price to go down, we'd open short. For this demonstration, I'll just go ahead and open long. You'll get your order confirmation pop-up window here. So confirm the details are what you intended and then tap on confirm. And as you can see, that position filled immediately at the best available price from the order book. Now we can view our position if we come down to the bottom here, tap where it says position, and here's where you'll be able to see your open position. And right here is where you can see your unrealized P&L. If at any point you want to close this position, you can tap right down here where it says close by, and you can choose to close this as a market order, or you can set this to limit and choose a price point that you wish to close the position at. But remember, if you use a limit order, you'll need the price of the asset to reach that limit order before it fills. So if you're in a hurry to get out of your position, you'd want to leave this on market, then tap on confirm. And as you can see, I just closed that position immediately at the best available price from the order book. Of course, we can use market orders to go short as well. So what we'll do here is I'll just do the same amount. That looks good for this demonstration. But this time, I'll show you how to add a take profit and stop loss when opening this position. We tap right here where it says TPSL. We'll tap right here on short because we're going to be opening a short position. For a take profit, let's just go ahead and target 1,500 like so. And then for stop loss, let's go ahead and set a stop loss, say up at 2,100. Why not? Once you get that set the way that you want it, you just simply tap on confirm. Now we're ready to open short. So we'll tap on open short. If the order is what you intended, you'd simply tap on confirm. In this case, everything looks good. You can see my take profit right there. So I'm going to have that set for 1,500. And you can see my stop loss right here set for 2,100. Looks good for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap on confirm. And as you can see, that order filled immediately at the best available price from the order book. And of course, we can see that down here under our positions. You can see your unrealized P&L right here. So as you can see, I'm getting completely wrecked. And right over here, you can see the take profit of 1,500 and the stop loss at 2,100. Once again, if you want to close this position, just tap right here where it says close by. And in this case, I'll just go ahead and close this by market by tapping on confirm. And as you can see, I just closed that position at the best available price from the order book. And of course, that canceled my take profit and my stop loss at the same time. Now I'll show you how to set a take profit and stop loss for a position that's already open. So I'll quickly go ahead and just mark it into a position here. I'll do something like that, and I'll just open a long position. And I'll tap on confirm. And now I've opened myself a small long position. So to add a stop loss and take profit to a position that's already open, we would just scroll down here. We'd tap on our open positions, then tap right here where it says TPSL. Now we can add our take profit as well as our stop loss. Let's just imagine that we're targeting 2,200. So I'll just do something like this. And then let's imagine that we want to set a stop loss at, let's just say 1,799, just for the purposes of demonstration. I'd do something like that. Once you get this set up the way that you want it, you tap on confirm. And now we've added that take profit and stop loss to the position that was already open. And we can see that right down here now. At any point, if we want to close this position manually, we just tap on close by. And I'll leave that on market and tap on confirm. And I've closed that position and it removed my take profit and stop loss at the same time. As easy as that. To find the fees from the home page, tap right here where it says more. On this page here in the trade section, tap where it says margin trading. On this page here, tap where it says frequently asked questions. Then on this page here, tap on that search bar underneath margin trading. Then type in fees like so. We'll go ahead and search that up. Then we'll scroll down. I think I just went past it. Right here, perpetual and futures contract fees explained. Tap on that. Then we'll scroll down this page a little bit further here. And here's where we can find the fees. So the current taker fee rate is 0.06%. That's if you're going to be executing market orders. And the current maker fee is 0.01%. That's if you're going to be placing limit orders. Now it's worthwhile to come over here and check out what the fees are, because the fees do change from time to time. So by the time you're watching this video, these fees could be different. So certainly come over here, check this out before you start placing trades. And there you have it, how to trade derivatives using the Bybit mobile app. If you got some value out of that video, don't forget to leave me a like and hit subscribe. Also, feel free to check out some of my other Bybit tutorials, which I put together for you in a playlist on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.